mama ask about me almost every week. Deacon speaking tongue, talking about forever hold your peace. I said peace, please hurry up and kiss so I can eat.
Okay, hello, hi, how are you? My name is Makasy, and it is summer going into spring right now, meaning it's time to bring out my beautiful, beautiful collection of button-ups. Actually, I don't have that many button-ups, so I have like 5-6 pieces. Okay, it's time to bring out my poultry collection of button-ups. I have this beautiful body shirt that I don't believe I've shown off on this channel yet. I have this beautiful beach Prada shirt and a bunch of very oversized thrifted button-up shirts. And today we're adding this beautiful, beautiful Prada shirt that you've already seen in my previous videos and in the thumbnail and title. Okay, this will be my 4th video regarding the Prada shirt. The 3rd one is my favorite because I did a lot of research for that and the editing. I love the editing in that video. So, and it's kind of consequential, meaning if you want to understand this video, if you want to understand this video better, you should watch that video so you can know what the material is all about and why I'm so high up on this. And I am planning a 5th and 6th video already, so stay tuned for those videos. I am milking every content that I can get out of this shirt because I paid a lot of money for it, okay? So once again, this is the Prada Re-Nylon short sleeve shirt. This is part of the Prada permanent collection now, similar to how the Bauhaus trouser from Rick, it's part of his permanent collection because they sell so well. So I don't know which season this shirt is from. I'm sure it's on the tag. I don't really want to know the system of how Prada tag their product because I don't buy a lot of Prada pieces anyway. Very few here and there that I like Prada pieces, but it is one of their best seller, hence why it's part of their permanent collection, and it's also part of the Re-Nylon capsule, so it gives them a lot of great publicity because Prada Re-Nylon is made from trash.
This is a story about turning trash into treasure.
Prada Re-Nylon is entirely crafted from a regenerated nylon created through the recycling and purification of plastic collected from oceans, fishing nets, landfills, and textile fiber waste globally. Through a process of demonomerization, purification, and then transformation into new polymers and then threads, this material can be recuperated and made into new nylon fabric. The choice of the Eco-Nylon yarn for the Prada Re-Nylon collection actively contributes to the reduction of global warming up to 90% compared to the use of virgin nylon yarn. With regard to Prada, I do like Prada, but not all of their pieces, not all of their season. I like the recent work done by Musha and Raf. I think they've been a very good team, but I do admit though that their work, most of them, they don't really excite me. It's not the most exciting thing. It's mundane, it's well-made clothes, but there's no it factor. There's no like, I want that piece, I want that piece. It's just like, it's all right. I don't know. I know for sure that money-wise, it's really been good for them because Prada was already one of the best sellers, and you're adding Raf, who has a lot of goodwill and cachet with the general public and fashion enthusiasts and fashion critics. So it was just a good marriage, and Raf is set up to become the main CD once Musha retired because she is getting up there with her age. She's been a creative director of Prada since like 1975, something like that. So she's been doing that job for a while. So Raf is set up to be the main designer right now. They're co-designing. Another quick story. So I was in Munich I was in Munich a year ago with my wife, and I tried on this Prada jacket, and it felt really, really good on the body. However, the price was still crazy. And at the time, I had a friend who was working at Prada, and she could get me a discount. So I think retail on that jacket was around $1,600, and she could have gotten it for me for $700. But at the time, I didn't feel as though I needed another jacket. And looking back at it now, it's a great deal. $700 for a nice Prada jacket. It's a great deal. I think if I were to go back in time, I would have gotten it, but again, I have a lot of beautiful jackets already. I have so many Bodhi jackets. I have so many Rick's jackets. It's kind of unnecessary. But this shirt that I have today, it's like my shirt collection is not the best. So I'm trying to up my game in my shirt area, in my shirt collection. It needs some work, and we're getting there. It's getting better and better every day. I'm currently looking to get this shirt as well, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Okay, so back to the shirt. I know my intro tends to get super long, but it should be noted, I'm not that excited to talk about this shirt, unlike, you know, my body shirt, body jacket, or my regular one pieces, because with this shirt, there's not a lot of aspects that excite me. It's a well-made shirt from a well-made brand, and the most exciting part about this shirt is truly the material, which I already talked about in the previous video. And this video, I'm just going over everything else. The point is that there's not a lot of technical or fun aspect to the shirt. So instead of the usual 30 to 60 minutes review, I think this video is probably going to be around 15, 20, 25 max. I hope that's okay with you. All right, so the first detail I want to talk about, the bowling collar. So probably my favorite collar when it comes to short sleeve button-up shirt, because if I'm going for the professional look, then yes, like a regular collar will work better, but for a day out, for just lounging around, I think the bowling collar is a lot better. It feels more informal, and it's such a small detail, but it can make a shirt more whimsical. It can make a shirt more laid back, less serious. Let's just compare this shirt with the bowling collar to a regular collar shirt. Hopefully this can prove my point further that a bowling collar works better on a short sleeve. Also, if you want the bowling collar to look like a regular collar, there is an extra button at the top if you want to button all the way up, but in my opinion, it does not look good. It looks awkward and it looks terribly designed. And another thing I'm noticing about this shirt, hopefully the B-roll is showing you right now, is that the collar is kind of peaked up a little bit. I hope you can see that, but I think it's because of the way I fold these, meaning I just crumble them up and just toss it in my closet. So because it's nylon, the wrinkles are not going to be there. Just even if there is, it's very little. But I think nylon, it doesn't wrinkle. It's just like creases, but very small. Once you put it on again, it goes away. The next thing I would like to talk about, the sleeve length. So one of the defining traits of a really good bowling collar shirt is the extra long short sleeve. Okay, so here, let me show you. So here's a shirt with a regular size sleeve, and here's the bowling collar shirt with the extended sleeve. So I don't know about you, but to me, this looks more right to me. You could disagree, but just know that I'm right and you're wrong. So not a lot of inches or centimeters, but they make a huge difference when it comes to making the shirt looks more relaxed, look more laid back and less serious. And if you want, you can still cuff them, so then you can make it a regular short sleeve. But I think it's a good look. It's such a beautiful little detail that most people would not notice, but it can have a huge impact of the mood of the outfit, because if the sleeve was to be a bit shorter, it would feel a bit more professional. But since it's elongated short sleeve, it gives you that laid back vibe. It's hard for me to pinpoint it. I hope I'm making sense here. Pockets. So there are 3 pockets. So we'll talk about the breast one first. So it has a classic breast pocket that Prada kind of made it into their own with the triangle at the bottom. And I know Bottega Veneta is also doing a lot of work with triangle. I honestly think if Prada could sue another brand for like a shape, they would, but you can't like trademark a shape. And with regard to the space of it, it's actually very big, despite how it looks. I can fit my phone, my wallet, and my AirPod, and I only put those things there like short term. Like let's say I'm getting out of the car, going to the store, grabbing something real quick. I wouldn't trust it long term because it doesn't have a flap, so if you lean forward, everything's gonna fall off. That's why the 2 interior pocket comes in handy. One of the interior pocket is on the bottom left and the other one's on top right. So the bottom left, it has zipper, which will give my mind a lot of like ease of mind, because when I put something of value, say like I'm bringing $1,000 to the bank, I would want at least zipper, because money can fly. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of unknown. So I would much rather put it into a pocket that has zippers at the bare minimum. So, and when you are shopping at a high fashion level, a lot of the product will be well made. A lot of the product will be made with the finest material. So the small details, they oftentimes become the deciding factor. The top right pocket, it's a bit small, but instead of a zipper closure, it's button closure, and button closure doesn't entice me to close it because it's too much work. Zipper is just superior. Zipper is just easier. The next detail, enamel metal triangle logo, obviously the Prada triangle logo, and this triangle is actually a reinterpretation of the original Prada logo that Nusha's grandfather used when the company was just making trunks and suitcases. I think it's a cute detail, give the shirt a little bit of a pop to an otherwise boring plain shirt, because the shape does like 10% of the talking, the material does about 35%, and the rest you know, like this little guy is like doing a lot of talking because it's just a plain shirt in a shape that is very, very common. And one of the biggest factor of this shirt of why I like it so much is that it's cropped. Small detail, but a lot of brands are making a regular shirt, which is fine, but a cropped shirt to me is just superior because it elongates your body, it makes you look taller, and it show off more of your high-rise trousers. And I have a large collection of high-rise trousers. So everything is just more joyful when you wear a crop top and then like with elongated, not elongated, but high-rise trouser. It's so good. Like, do I wish the crop was a bit higher? Yes, of course, but it's still better than like a regularly shaped shirt. Okay, snap button closures, not the biggest fan, and we're gonna break it down into two parts. So the black part and the silver part. So the black part, it's not fully metal, but it's not fully plastic either. It's like a blend of both. So if this part would be silver, I think it would have made the shirt pop a bit better. They did silver on the other part that when you clipped in, it's kind of hidden because the black goes over. I think it should have been the opposite. You know, I kind of expect better, Musha, Raf, the team at Prada. Come on, silver, far, far superior. But the great thing about these buttons is that every button closure, they are branded with Prada. Most brands, they kind of cheapen out by only putting the logo on one of them. Like, for example, Rick, with most of his buttons, you only get the logo on one of them. I think putting it on all of it just kind of show that you care a bit more. And you know, when your shirt is fairly normal in its shape and its material, you know, all of these small details that would have been otherwise forgotten because they become more heightened, they become more pronounced. So it just it's a very high level quality. I just wish the color was better. I just wish it was both silver. That would have been much, much better. So one of my suggestions for the team at Prada is to make these buttons silver. And I think another suggestion I have, if anybody's listening, you guys should make it heavy. You know, instead of making the button only as a functional thing, you know, make it a talking point, make it silver, make it heavy brass, give it a personality, make it so heavy that when the wearer wears it, you feel it right away. You feel it's present. Make them question why this shirt is heavier than normal. You know, you're not a technology company. You don't have to go lighter on everything. Go heavy when the rest of the world is going lighter. Similar to how Musha went against the grain in the 70s, where everybody was making leather bags. She chose to make nylon. So everybody's going light right now. So go heavy. Put genuine 0.925 silver. I'll pay a bit more. Like, that would have been great because actual silver is incredibly heavy. Like, wouldn't it be great when you go into the store and you're trying on this mundane looking shirt, and then when you take it off the rack, it's like, holy shit, it's much heavier than I thought. What's going on here? And another great small detail that I love about this shirt is it's a line. So line shirt is just great, you know. Again, okay, so let's look at this shirt and this other Prada shirt. Like, line is just superior. It's more security when it comes to longevity. It offers you that extra protection from water. It makes the shirt heavier, which is good for someone like me who equates value to weight, or weight to value, I mean. All right, so you saw the measurements. So I got this in a size large. I am 5'10", 179 pounds right now. Gained some weight, losing it, but honestly, there's not a lot to talk about with regard to sizing. It's true to size. It's a very standardized looking shirt that has an environmentally friendly angle to it and a small logo on the pocket to subtly flex on the general public, because you know, most people, they're not gonna know Rego, and they're not gonna know Raf, Margiela. They know Prada, they know Chanel, they know LV, they know Dior. So it's a beautiful shirt. It fits me well. I like the small logo. Go true to size if you are gonna get this piece. Material. So I already talked about it in my other video, but when I finished that video, I had another thing that I want to talk about. I want to talk about marketing. So marketing is so effective. So look, Eco-Nylon was invented in 2011. If you go on Essence right now, you can search up Eco-Nylon and then a bunch of brands will pop up. So the likes of Balenciaga, Bottega Veneta, Burberry, Gucci, Moncler, Rick Owens, all of these brands use Eco-Nylon nylon. But Prada, they simply renamed it and make it a bigger deal than it is. They put out a press release, they put out films, documentaries. So all of that marketing works because it's instant success. They generated a ton of goodwill from the fashion critic, from the consumer, and from everyone else who doesn't care. And then they interconnected it with their runway, which is their biggest form of marketing. So, you know, bing, bam, boom, they get amazing press. Everybody loves it now because they think Prada was the first one to do it, when in fact, This material exists since 2011, so you best believe that Stone Island was probably on that before Prada was. This is why I love marketing. This is why I got into marketing. Just it's so effective and it's so subtle. Life is just all about marketing. You know, you have to market yourself for a job. You have to market yourself to befriend somebody else from another friend group. Like everything is marketing. All right, so retail price. So initially, when it first came out in 2019, these retail for $780, I believe. And at the moment, if you go on Prada, again, it's a permanent collection, so it's offered season after season. It is currently being sold at, it is currently being sold at $1,550. So a little bit of it goes to construction, a little bit goes to material, but the majority of it is the Prada name. You know, I can obviously find a shirt that is cheaper on Essence that will have the same shape, same economic material, but you don't get the Prada logo. So genuinely, there's nothing special about it. It's a standardized looking shape. It's from a material that was developed or invented in 2011. Many other brands have used them and are using them. But yeah, you know, this is a very mundane shirt, not a lot to talk about, but I will enjoy just, you know, chucking it on and leave the house. And a little part of me just love the fact that it has a small Prada logo. You know, a lot of people in the high fashion world, we love small logo to slightly flex on the general public, because, you know, the general public doesn't know what the fuck Rick Owens is. They don't know what Raf Simons is, but they know Prada. Okay, so this is the best part of the video. So after doing extensive research on nylon, and Prada nylon to be specific, or really Eco-Nylon, but I decided to just really go for it. Like, so just watch the video right now. You know, as you can see, most of the water repelled off of the shirt right away. I started spraying myself, just, you know, make it rain, you know. And the beautiful part is, after grabbing my towel and wiping the rest of the water off the shirt, and I just gave it a few minutes and let the air do its work. Feels like new now. It's not wet, but it's not dry, but it's not wet either. I hope you can see that. This is my most thorough water test so far. My next step is I go to the beach and start swimming in. The shirt felt as though it was never wet, which I was super impressed by. I'm super impressed by how great the water repellent is. And, you know, obviously it's not like Gore-Tex where it's just like nothing to stick to it at all. A little bit, but couple minutes after the water is wiped off, it felt as though it was brand new. So I'm very impressed by that. And Gore-Tex is very expensive. So the fact that this is just regular nylon, it's great. And I haven't tested any other nylon product in my collection. I'm sure it's the same, because Eco-Nylon is meant to mimic a regular nylon, but without the bad implication of crude oil. So I found this little tidbit on Prada.com. It says the diagonal weave and compact construction of the Re-Nylon pieces increase the water repellency of the nylon, meaning water droplets slip off the fabric more easily. Plus, its innovative surface finishing does not allow dust and oil to attach easily to the fabric, making it easy to clean. So I thought that was nice. So they definitely did something to the coating of this shirt to make it more water repellency, and it shows. It really shows. Honestly, after doing that water test, I'm like, yeah, I want more Prada pieces. I want more Prada nylon pieces, because there is another version of this shirt or jacket that is padded, and I love padded stuff. I love my padded body stuff. So, but yeah, I might get another Prada nylon piece. It's so good. And if I'm getting it padded, I might get it in an XL, just so I can wear a hoodie underneath and then chuck this on in the winter. And, you know, if it's a snow day, the snow is just gonna repel off my shirt. You know, that's such a wonderful thought to think about, because I am moving away from down jackets. So I'm looking for more standardized looking jacket, like my body jacket and that Prada shirt jacket thing. So, you know, nylon. I really like Prada nylon now. After that water test, it really impressed me. Musha, the team, Raf, everybody, beautiful work.
I was duped, didn't know the truth. Got rid of my old flame, now I got a boo. And now I'm feeling cool, I'm feeling brand new. I would pay a lot to be the nigga in my shoes. Who this for? This is dedicated to my ex-love. Find another, me and my friends. We don't worry or pretend. Hope you play this at your wedding, yeah, the one I wanna attend. This is dedicated to my ex-lovers. Hope that you hear this. Never find another, me and my friends. We don't worry or pretend. at the altar, tell the pastor to watch his back. My girl said she wanted change and then she got a quarterback. Well, damn, I ain't no football. My dreams just became a girl. And well, we can talk about that later. Honeymoon in your hometown. Damn, bitch, you broke now. Your mama ask about me almost every week. Deacon speaking tongue, talking about forever hold your peace. I said peace.
All right, so what wearing it is like. So the first thing that I noticed when I wore this piece every day, not every day, when I wore this piece a lot in the past few weeks just to test them out, the extra long short sleeve. It's really, because most short sleeve are this long and this sleeve is just long. I already talked about it, but it's a really nice detail that makes this piece more carefree. And sometimes I do cuff them because it's a nice touch. The long sleeve again pushes the shirt further away from the professional look to the informal realm, you know. Then you obviously have the bowling collar that pushes the shirt more to that side. And one of the flaws that I found while wearing this shirt was that it's really hard to scratch your back. So I was wearing it on a really hot day and I didn't wear a shirt underneath, and my partner and I, we were walking to the park and it was really hot, so I was sweating, you know, so like my back was getting itchy. So like whenever I try to itch, it's like it's so hard to get through the nylon material, so like I have to go underneath the shirt to do it. It was just, the itch was driving me crazy, just the sweat, because again, the nylon, the water doesn't really seep through, so the sweat is kind of just there until the cold air blows by and like knock it all off, condensation, whatever it is, the process, science bullshit, you know. It was just itchy. It was hard to itch. That's the point. But yeah, when my partner visited me, I found myself reaching for this shirt more than any of my other shirt because like it's so easy to wear. It's so fun to wear, and on some level, it's the Prada small logo that I love wearing. You know, just so people wouldn't notice that I'm wearing a Prada piece. I'm an asshole, you know. Subtle flex, okay? Subtle flex. I'm not wearing big logo, just small Prada logo, okay? It doesn't even say, I mean, it does say Prada, but it's a triangle. It doesn't literally say the word Prada big. It's a triangle. You know, Guess also has a triangle, so some people must have thought I was wearing a Guess shirt, you know, so it's fine. Subtle flex. I know I'm an asshole. And when I was wearing the shirt, I found myself wearing it with a shirt underneath a lot because it's just easy to just chuck it on because, again, sweating it was not the greatest of experience because the sweat, it just lingers on there. But yeah, you know, this piece, it's very inoffensive in terms of the look and the shape. You've seen the shape, you've seen the Prada logo, mostly on those Re-Nylon bags, and it's a subtle flex shirt, and I am man enough to admit that I like the shirt because of the small logo. I'm a flexer, but subtle flexer, you know, unlike the supreme people, you know. Subtlety. But yeah, beautiful shirt. I don't know what else to talk about. If I missed something, let me know. Again, you know, you guys have about 2 days to ask me any questions regarding the shirt. After that, I'm gonna move on working on other videos, working on other pieces, so the knowledge that I have on this Prada piece will go into the back of my head after 2 days. So, but yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm basic. Let me know if you think I'm an asshole for buying a shirt for the logo. It's a nice shirt. I like the Prada nylon. Anyway, my name is Makasy. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in a week. Bye-bye.